What's up, YouTube? This is Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris, back with a brand new video. So, as you guys know, if you watch the JLS live show, every week when I give my final thought, my shout out, whatever you want to call it, I always preach about getting a back issue, like just one. Doesn't have to be anything special, just a back issue, just something that is older that you can kind of throw in your collection to help fill out a run. And it's funny because I have a bunch of back issues. This is actually going to be a haul of back issues. There's a bunch of books that I picked up basically over the month of September. Just different stuff. And I can tell you actually what inspired basically the bulk of this, which was I got an email from a shop in the area that was having a 50-cent sale. And the way that they had worded it was 50-cent comics, silver and bronze age. And what happened was, I went to the shop because as soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, sign me up. 50 cent, silver age and bronze age. Let's see what's going on. So I went, started looking through the, areas with the silver and bronze age books, and none of them were, priced as 50 cents. So I was like, all right, well, maybe they moved them to the actual 50-cent bins. Let me go check over there. So I did. And there was no silver age at all. And then it was just a bunch of if there was any bronze age at all, it was just beaten to absolute death. So it was just like, okay, what's going on with this? So a guy in the store asked the shop owner and said, hey man, where's the 50-cent bronze age and silver age books? And the owner kind of looked at him like he was out of his mind. He's like, who told you that? And he's like, the email. Like, this is it. And he brought it up, showed him on his phone, and he goes, oh, no, that's not what it meant at all. It's 50-cent comics. We were able to go ahead, so we got a big sale, and it brought in a lot of Silver Age DC and Bronze Age DC comics. And with that, we were able to get a lot of other books that we were able to replenish and restock 50-cent bin with. And I was just like, oh, okay. So, you kind of look at it and you're like, not what I came here for. Hoping that, there was 50-cent Silver Age and Bronze Age comics. But you know what? I was like, I was here, and damn it, I want to make the best of this. So, I went and I got myself a whole ton of comics. And then I picked up a whole bunch more from another local shop of mine. But let's get into the books. Enough with the backstory. Let's get into the backstory about the back issues. Let's get into the back issues. So we're gonna start off with this first book, which is Batman Superman number 26. Superman Batman. However you want to look at it. Superman Batman 26. Okay. So this pretty good book. A lot of these are unbagged and boarded just because I bought them all and they weren't bagged and boarded to begin with. Most of them are actually in pretty good shape, regardless of the fact that they aren't bagged and boarded. But I got to go ahead and get some more bags and boards. I know Mr. White Gloves is freaking out right now, like no, but that's all right. But look how many people worked on this book. I mean, you got tons of names on this. Jim Lee, Pat Lee, Rob Liefeld, Art Adams. Let's see, John Cassidy, Joyce Chin. Let's see, Ed McGuinness, Brad Meltzer, Carlos Pacheco, Tim Sale. Joss Whedon. Let's see, Jeff Johns, Mike Kunkel. I'm not going to read everybody's name, but this actually would be kind of a fun one. As much as what drew me to this, other than the fact that it's Batman Superman book to continue my run that I have of these, or Superman Batman, I always say it the wrong way, but to continue my run. But this is going to be fun to bring the cons for a couple of years, and the cover is a Michael Turner cover, so not bad. He's no longer with us, unfortunately, so rest in peace, Michael Turner. But this would actually be really, really, really fun to see how many signatures of these people I can get. Had I had this at the time that I went to Boston Comic Con, I would have been able to get at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would have been able to get 4 signatures on there. It would have been Arthur Adams, Joyce Chin, who else? Rob Liefeld, and Ed McGuinness, all on this book. So that would have been pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep this around, and I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna see who's on the list for the cons in the area, and I'm gonna try to see how many signatures I can get on this book. This, honestly, I mean, it's not gonna get any kind of it's not gonna get any sort of like 9.8. It'll probably be like a 8.5 at best. But for me, it's all well and good, because I would take that and definitely get it graded just because of all the signatures that are on. It'd be kind of cool. So moving on, we have Fantastic Four number 348, the new Fantastic Four. So this has been shown a bunch of times. Spider-Man, Grey Hulk, Wolverine, and Ghost Rider take over as the Fantastic Four for a while. It's funny too, because I was looking for this book on eBay, and it was listed for more than what I wanted to buy. So 50 cents, you can't go wrong with that. Next up, we got New Avengers This is New Avengers number 11. So Ronin Part 1. So I guess this is Hawkeye returning as Ronin. I love this cover. I think it's a really, really awesome cover. So definitely a cool pickup for me with that. And then this one actually was a really awesome pickup, because it's based off of childhood TV show, childhood toys line that was really, really cool. And that is Mask number 1. All new story is Venom Strikes Again. So it's the first issue. I don't know if it's the actual first appearance of these guys in comics, but definitely really cool to have. I never owned any mask. I know my cousin had the little propeller, like the motorcycle that turned into a helicopter, and I thought it was awesome. He was younger than me and everything, but I just never got those. I never got into them. My mother wasn't a big fan of them, because it's like, oh, small pieces are gonna break, or you're gonna lose them, so you can't have it. So I was like, whatever. I used to play with my cousins all the time. That was great. Next, have Ghost Rider number 13, and this is a really nice cover, and nice kind of painted cover. And as I was saying before, this is in really good shape. For a 50-cent bin book, this is in really, really good shape. So really happy that I found that. Next, continuing on with the What If run that I'm on. Kind of I've been doing really good with the second volume. So this is What If, number 66. Rogue gets the power of Thor. Pretty cool issue. She has a Bride of Frankenstein here. That's kind of funny. They gave her Reed Richards' hairdo, but pretty cool looking book. I love the What If series. What If is really fun. It's really funny a lot of times, just because it's you get to see people taken way out of their element, and given different powers, all this different type of stuff. And I keep saying that there's a lot of things that you can a lot of stories that they can revisit from the What Ifs. That, hey, take a shot and see if it's success with the current comics. They're scouring for ideas. Sometimes they have really stupid ideas. Not and usually it's for big events, but hey, you have a whole 2-volume stack of different stories and different directions you can take. A multitude of characters through. So start using What If, Marvel. You made these books years ago. Use them. Get some good ideas going. Anyway. Next, we have a bunch of books that I'm going to be sending. I'm going to be sending over to a friend of mine, Undisputed Frost, and he's collecting this Excalibur run. So I have a whole bunch of books that I picked up. I saw them. I was 50 cents. I was like, why not? So these are all coming on the way to him, and then some of them also going to be sent to Prince Kyle Walker via me, or from me via Undisputed Frost. So I'm in the process of getting all that basically the packing stuff to go ahead and send this all over. So it should be arriving. It should be on its way. I would say in another week or so, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know straight up. But got issue number 4, which actually I like this cover. It's a nice little blackout cover. Get the the janitor sitting there just telling you nothing to see here, folks. And then cool part about this is on the back you have some really nice art right here. So pretty cool. Next, have Excalibur number 69. Let's see. looks like this dolphin got killed. Nightcrawler's really upset about that. So, let's see. Number 64. Fatal Attraction. Now, this isn't tying with the Fatal Attractions storyline that they had going on. Like, this is completely different. But Nomura's in some serious trouble. This actually is a really cool book. This is a book that I had when I was younger, and got torn up pretty good because I used to like to read it. But this is, so Spider-Man, or Spider-Woman, sorry. Spider-Woman, number 1. And this is Julie Carpenter as Spider-Woman. So, this is the Spider-Woman that took over for Jessica Drew after the Secret Wars, the original Secret Wars. Her first appearance is Secret Wars number 7. Right? 7? Pretty sure. But next we have a really, really nice, I want to make sure that I'm right about this. I think this is a John Byrne cover for Batman. So we have Batman. This is number 434, The Many Deaths of Batman. So Gordon's looking at in the morgue with a bunch of dead Batmen. Haven't read through this. This looks kind of interesting. I'm not sure if these are imposters to Batman or copycats or what, but you know, definitely cool stuff there. So another cool book. Next up we have Iron Man number 162. So kind of gathering a pretty good collection of Iron Man books. You know, of course, 55 is the one that I really, really want to get because I'm a huge Thanos fan. But, you know, really just cool books overall to have. Next up, this is, I think, Volume 3 of the Silver Surfer. So this is issue number 4. Pretty cool. Nice newsstand edition. Again, not in too bad a shape. A couple little spine ticks over here, but nothing too bad to worry about. And again, like I said, these are 50-cent books, so not like I'm just like, oh, you know, 50-cent books mean nothing. I mean, hey, if you find some treasure in there, and I did find one that actually I was shocked to find in the 50-cent bin. Not that it's like super ultra, you know, clutch or key, but it was a little sought after for a little bit. I think it's come back down to earth, but it doesn't deserve a 50-cent bin. $1 bin, $2 bin, I can see that. But 50 cent, that's kind of an insult to the book. But no, I'll get to that in a little bit. Again, Excalibur. This is issue number 96, the new Hellfire Club. Not sure how I feel about that, but hey. You know, the old Hellfire Club, you know, from the X-Men comics, those guys are awesome. I don't know about this new Hellfire Club, but I can't say too much about it. This actually was a really, really fun book that I was excited to find in there. And, you know, I wish there was more of them because I would have took more. But Samurai Penguin number 1. Just an awesome cover. You know, really cool. And then at the back cover, you know, the ad for issue number 2. This was put out by, was it Slave Labor Graphics? So, pretty cool. Not sure if it's super rare or anything like that, but, you know, black and white. It reminds me of Samurai Santa and, you know, Texas, was it Samurai Santa? And then there's another one, you know, Texas Chainsaw Samurai, something like that. Like, it's some weird thing, but I guess in like the 80s or whatever, you know, they had a bunch of samurai comics that were just kind of like off the cuff. And so I saw Samurai Penguin, I was like, I had to get it. If you guys don't know, Samurai Santa number 1 is the first book that Jim Lee ever worked on. He did the inks in that book. So, pretty cool stuff. Next up, we have Excalibur number 5, another early issue. Nice pin up in the back of Captain Britain. Then follow that up with number 6. And I think this is a wraparound cover. Because you see it like just this crazy like looking circus. Pretty cool looking cover right there. Also got issue number 8. Go back in time. So you see like King Arthur around them. That's pretty cool looking. It's a pretty cool image just in general. Like, you know, Excalibur, King Arthur also in there. Then you got issue number 11. and then nice little, again, like these actually are pretty cool. And the one moral to this story, I guess you could say, is that if you're gonna do an Excalibur run, you could probably pick these books up. Like, there's no need to pay a whole bunch of money. Like I said, 50 cents each at a shop that I went to. So you should be checking dollar bins, 50-cent bins for Excalibur. Not that they're bad books or anything like that. It's just the fact that they are it's just people like the book, but it was popular in the 80s, kind of lost a little bit of its popularity, but you can definitely get that for a really, really good price. Next up, we got another What If the Watcher Saved the Universe. Pretty cool concept, because the Watchers are supposed to just sit back and do nothing, even though Uatu is interjected a few different times. But, continuing on with that run. Next, we have G.I. Joe. This is the Image run, number 15. And again, nice, cool Crimson Guard back cover. Issue number 14. Really awesome image of Roadblock back there. Anyone who knows, or anyone who's seen, I have the Roadblock Funko Pop. He's kind of being covered by a poster real quickly, but he's out there. Then we got issue number 13. And on the back of this, Firefly as well, pretty cool. The Image run was pretty cool. Like, they had some really, really nice stuff as far as, the comics and everything they did like that. So, everyone knows I'm collecting the Marvel run, but I, figure on the cheap to get these, yeah, absolutely, I'll take these all day. So we got issue number 12. Nice little Dr. Mindbender in the back of that. This Dr. Mindbender is a little bit weird though, because he's got the glasses. He's supposed to have just a monocle, but no biggie. Next up, issue number 9. Face off with Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Pretty cool image of Flint on the back. Should look and see who did those back covers, because those are pretty cool. Issue number 8. Nice Baroness on the back of that, real quick. Let's see, issue number 7 with Leatherneck. No, that's not Leatherneck. That's Beachhead. So many different guys. Beachhead and Leatherneck used to not get along with each other. I remember that. Here, there we go. I got issue number 6. And a really, really cool picture of Storm Shadow there. That's awesome. Okay. Next, we got a Tick issue. And the funny part, so if you guys are into the Tick, he's a property of a place called New England Comics. Now, that's not just like a comic label. That's an actual comic book shop. That's the local shop, or one of the big local shops in my area. So they put that book out locally. I've seen a million different issues of the Tick. Like, they have Tick going all over the place out there. And it's so funny because, again, another book for Undisputed Frost. He was just like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get some issues of the Tick. I'm like, really? It's like, we got the Tick everywhere. Like, the Tick, like that's our local shop like that. Yeah, I've been going this since I was a kid. I've known about the Tick for years and years and years and years. And it just kind of, wasn't anything that I was like, oh my god, I have to get it. So, but I figured, he was super into it, so pick it up for him. Next up, Excalibur number 25. Get Galactus in here. Looks like he's siphoning off the power of Phoenix, Rachel Summers. Pretty cool. Next we have another Tick. And again, Arthur on the back cover. This is an actually I was kind of it made me laugh to see this one, just because it's kind of weird and really off the cuff. So we got Beetlejuice. This is issue number 1. So everybody remembers the Beetlejuice movie. I'm not sure how many people watch the Beetlejuice cartoon, but there you go. Pretty cool. They made a comic about it. I had no idea. Put out by Harvey Comics. Next, got Bloodshot number 1. I was a little bit surprised to find this in the dollar bin. I mean, sorry, in the 50-cent bin. I know it's Valiant, and I know people are like, Valiant, but you know what? It's still a number 1. Nice, shiny 90s cover. All intact, nothing wrong with it, so 50 cents. Absolutely, all day. Another nice, shiny, crazy cover, and I was actually happy to find this 50-cent bin. nothing wrong with it. But we have Generation X #1. So check out this 90s goodness. Like, this is ridiculous. Shiny cover, chromium. I mean, I remember back in the day. Actually, let me see. Can I find a price? $3.95 this book cost back in the day. 50 cents. I mean, why not? It's a no-brainer at that point. Next up, we have, this one's actually really cool because the creative team that worked on it, and the fact that it's actually still in the bag and everything. So we have the movie adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and this is made by Mike Mignola and Roy Thomas, along with John Nyberg. So really cool. Get some Mignola art on there. Mignola, however you want to say his name. Give me 1 second here. Get some stuff sliding around. One of these. Alright. Then we got issue #2. So this is a 4-issue set. I have 1 and 2. Should try to see if I can find 3 and 4 somewhere. You know, pretty cool stuff. Put out by Topps Comics. Topps, you know, people know them mostly for like baseball cards and stuff like that. But Topps also put out a Jurassic Park comic as well. You know, I'm not quite sure, you know, rarity and value and all the rest on those 2 books, but you know, they're cool to have. I think the Jurassic Park one is kind of a, I don't want to say super rare or anything like that, but I think people kind of look for it just because, you know, it's Jurassic Park. It's pretty cool stuff to have, but who knows? You guys might know better than me. Let me know. So this is the gem of the day out of that. I mean, the one that I was really actually surprised to find on a dollar bin. And this is X-Men #4. This is the first appearance of Omega Red. Pretty cool. 50 cents. You can't go wrong with that. Like, that's one of the books that I was surprised because I've seen it on eBay because of the, you know, Logan movie and everything like that, and just speculation that it went up to, like, I think at one point somewhere around like $20. I know for a while it was like, you know, $6, $7 book, and you know, it shouldn't be any more than maybe like a $4, $5 book at the most. Average price for that book, I would say anywhere between $2 and $3. But in a 50-cent bin, like I said, that's a little bit insulting for Omega Red. Omega Red deserves better than 50-cent bin, but for me, I will rescue that from the bin any day. Alright, and then so these ones I got from a different shop. Just kind of, it was a slow week. I want to say that these ones might actually have even been either first week in September or last week in August, whichever one, because August is a 5-week month. So I just picked up a whole bunch of books that were cheap, and I was actually surprised at a couple that I found in here. But first up we have Thor. This is issue number 418, and you know, you can see it here. You know, the Wrecking Crew is later beaten down on Thor, and Hercules is just kind of being held back by a couple of the Wrecking Crew, and you see Wrecker with the magic crowbar about to doom Thor. So pretty cool. Then next we have Captain America. This is issue number 256. Really cool looking cover. I like how it's like, it kind of reminds me of Dormammu, even though I don't think he has anything to do with the book. It says the Ghosts of Greymore Castle. So I don't know. Is that where Dormammu lives? Is that where Baron Mordo hangs out? No idea. Next up we have Batman. This is issue number 410. The funny thing is, so everybody I think has seen issue number, I think like 408 and 409. I have those two. This one I used to have when I was a kid. I had this and I read this until the cover fell off. I used to have this for so long ago. I actually like read through it and I was like, oh, you know, I remember the cover, and so I read that. I was like, oh, I used to have this book. This is the one, like, so Jason Todd has taken over as, he's basically going along as Robin now. You know, he's looking at the back computer trying to get himself familiarized with all the different criminals and stuff, and finds out that his dad was an associate of Two-Face. So I think that's what kind of starts him off in his, like, you know, rougher path of being, you know, more brutal with criminals and things like that, because, you know, he has kind of just like a checkered past, like something that like isn't quite right, and it just kind of makes him a little bit more brutal, a little bit more evil. More willing to kind of go where Batman would have him not go. But anyway, sorry for being so long-winded or anything. I'm just having some fun with these books. I love. I'm happy to have a nice long haul, but I do realize that it's a long video for you guys, so I'm going to try to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. So next we have Marvel Team Up. This is number 20. So teams up with the Black Panther, and this is a pretty cool Bronze Age book. I'm looking to see if I can see a date on this. No date, but pretty cool, decent condition. Somebody really liked this book a lot, and they wanted to learn how to draw Spider-Man, so they traced over it. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's not really a good way to get. Oh, actually, there you go. So you can kind of see where it's like indented in. Not sure if that can be pressed out, just because it's pretty pronounced. But overall, I mean, I don't mind this. This is a pretty fun run, the Marvel Team Up. So I'm slowly but surely trying to get a pretty good amount of those. I don't know if I will be able to, but we'll see. If I'll be able to get them all. Like I said, we'll see. But these next two I was actually really surprised to find, because and I had asked the clerk, I was like, oh, these are all set, like these are cool, because they were in a separate box. I didn't know if they were going to a show or if they were set aside from someone specific. So he said, no, these are all good, they're all priced, you can have them. I'm like, okay. So I was able to pick this up actually for a really good price. So this is New Mutants number 25. This is the first appearance of Legion. It's more of a cameo, but this is the first appearance of Legion, Charles Xavier's son. Picked this up for $3. So when the show came out, this book got really popular and it got really, really hot. But I guess for whatever reason, at least at that shop, they're just kind of like, you know what, $3. I'll show you. Boop, 3. And then got also number 26. So this is more of the first full appearance of him, or second appearance, how you want to look at it. Again, $3. So nothing wrong with that. Happy to pick those up and happy to put them in my collection. And so, just gonna round this out with a couple other purchases that I got. These I got from eBay, and I was really happy to get these. I got all these for a really good price. So first we have a really cool book, one that I was actually surprised I was able to get for the price I got it for. And one that I'm actually surprised that I actually own, because I didn't think I would be able to, see this for, less than, less than $20, less than $15. So I ended up picking this up for, I think, around like $8 total with shipping and handling. And this is Special Marvel Edition number 15, The Hands of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. This is the first appearance of Shang-Chi, So Master of Kung Fu, I know a lot of people are into like the new Defenders and everything like that, and just kind of picking up different people from the Bronze Age and stuff like that, figuring speculation-wise. So this is the first appearance of the Master of Kung Fu. Really, really cool. Super happy to have it. Next, we have another good Bronze Age issue. I showed a few weeks back on my top 10 list, one of the books I had pulled off of it was the first appearance of Elektra, and I now have the second appearance of Elektra, Daredevil number 169, kind of helping me round out that Frank Miller run, so super happy about that. Definitely, I'm making some really good progress with that. There's a couple of books that I have left to get in that are a little pricey. First work on the book, so issue number 158. That's a little bit of a pricey one. And then also, I think it's like issue 174, which is the first appearance of the Hand. And then the Kingpin issues, which is like 170 and 170. Oh, 170 is the first time that Kingpin appears in the book. That was not too expensive, but it's just like, I'm just trying to pace myself and not, go crazy and overspend on things for no good reason. But so happy to have those. And then this last one is a book that I was going to actually put on my 2018 list that I saw for incredible price. And I think it's just, you know, I think that's just because there's a lot of them out there and people just weren't paying attention, and I just ended up being able to snag this for less than $5, which was incredible. So this is you know, really cool book, a key in terms of the fact that, you know, it's just sets the tone for the rest of the series. So we have here Power Man and Iron Fist number 54. This is so when they first team up for Heroes for Hire. Issue number 48 is when they first meet. Issue 50 is when the title officially changes from Power Man to Power Man and Iron Fist. And then 54 is when they form the Heroes for Hire. So really cool about that. And then the best is, like, you know, it's in that really high grade. The guy had graded it either, you know, in between 9.2 and 9.4. So really, really high grade book, really nice. And like I said, I got it for less than $5, so I can't go wrong there. So that's kind of a, you know, just lesson to everybody. Just keep watching the auctions. Keep checking things out. I didn't do anything special. I didn't wait for a holiday. I didn't stay up till, you know, the crack of dawn or anything like that. I just happened to, you know, watch an auction that was a few days out and just kind of kept my eye on it and saw that there was multiple books, and you know, just happened to find a seller that wasn't trying to price this book out of my range. So I was like, all right, let's do it, and I got lucky. So really happy about that. So with all that, I'm going to go ahead and get going. This has been a really long video, so I want to thank everybody for watching and putting up with this. Like I said, you know, it's just fun for me to have a nice big haul like this. Usually it's only like around Comic Con that I have, you know, really big haul, and I usually chop it up into different pieces, but I figure, why just do that? Just get it all done in one. So with that, I'm going to get going. So I want to thank you all for watching. Again, this has been Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris. Be sure to check us out on Thursday for the JLS Comics live show. That's at 8:30. We'll be on there, myself, JLS Comics, Edwin from Strictly Comics, and Justin from Exile State Comics. So check us out. Come on, join in the chat. We'll have some fun, talk about comics, and hope everybody has a good week. I will have another video up, my haul video, and another one from a little really microscopically small con. I got some autographs there that I wanted to go ahead and just show off. So I'll be showing that coming up next. And, you know, we'll just kind of chill out and have some more fun. So thank you for watching. Again, this is Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris. I'm out.